Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. I'm thinking of YouTube. Welcome to a brand new podcast episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about something I never really talked to anything about publicly, and that's bullies and counseling. So, I've been bullied almost my entire school life. It really started in first grade when I was talking with some of my friends and stuff, and every now and then I would have to get rid of it. I would have to remove them from my mind just for me to go on with my day. But then sometime later, apparently some boys sent me outside because they wanted to quote unquote talk to me, but I just stood there and let them talk to me. But then one of the boys just pushed me, and they stupidly try to stuff my head inside the toilet like they did in some stupid kids movies. But one of the teachers walked in and took them away, and then that went on for like a few days, and I had to go through that for quite a long time. And then when my parents told me about my ADHD and stuff, I kind of already figured out that I already had ADHD because I was so hyper all the time. I would always be so active, and I couldn't control myself a lot of the times. I really can't control myself now, but I'm still working on that. But ever since I've been bullied, and ever since my life's been a total dropout. I've felt like a total idiot my whole entire life. One day, I got so mad, and my mind shifted. When I was in 5th grade, and I got into a big fight with a kid. I'm not going to say his name at all, because that's personal information. But he was making fun of me, and I started talking back, which was the stupidest idea ever. But he started talking back to me, and then I kicked him in the nuts, and he kicked me in the nuts, and then we both got down, and we both got OSS, also known as out of school suspension. And so ever since then, I went to counseling, and everything there, it was okay. I will tell you that the place I went to, it was for kids, and for kids my age, and kids who was old enough to transfer to the other counseling building they had. Ever since then, and then one day when ever since then I've been moving back and forth between my mom and my dad, because everything's been so it's been so paranoid with me, because my life is a total it's very questionable, and literally I don't even know how to explain how everything works. But anyways, ever since, from school to school, from Carthage to Joplin, back to Carthage for a long time, and then to Neo Show, and then going back, then back to Carthage, and back to Neo Show. Right now I'm in Neo Show. Right now I'm living in Neo Show with my mom now. I'm gonna be there until I graduate. And right now it's okay now, but I'm still in counseling, and I'm wanting to go to counseling because I'm trying to. Everything around me just feels like a big boulder on me, just trying to crush me, and I'm just trying to get away from that. and so I'm going to counseling, and it's going good. I'm with my counselor, who was actually my counselor in 5th and 6th grade in middle school. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say anything about his name or something like that. What he does. I'm gonna say he's a counselor, and he's been technically my counselor since 5th and 6th grade, and he's helping me out really good. And I trust him really more than anyone with my personal stuff. And if you're listening to this, if my counselor is listening to this, I just want to tell you that thank you for being my counselor, and thank you for helping me out with a lot of stuff. From 5th and 6th grade to now, everything's getting better. Thanks to you, my whole life. Thank you. And I'm glad that we got to meet again. So I'm glad that we got to have that long-term relationship, friendship. You all know what I mean. Me and him, he's kind of been like to me, he was kind of like that to-go person when something bad was going on. But back then in 5th and 6th grade, I was being insecure of some stuff. But since then, he's seen me mature a lot over the years, and he is trying, and we're trying to build that relationship up again, so we can get up to speed on what's been happening. And he's doing his best to help me. And thank you for helping me. To my counselor, thank you for helping me. I really couldn't really be talking about this or doing a podcast, to be honest, without you, because ever since for quite a while, I've been antisocial. Now, believe it or not, if it wasn't for my counselor, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be on YouTube, and I really couldn't be talking on my podcast about this stuff, because I wouldn't have the guts if I was still antisocial about it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this short. But let's go back to the bully situation. So when I moved from Carthage to the other schools like Joplin or Neosho, I was getting kind of bullied a lot, and so when I started getting bullied, I didn't tell anyone, because I wanted it to stay private until one day, I guess I told my mom about stuff, and then I don't know if she remembers now, but I think I either told my mom or my dad. I can't remember, but I knew that someone wanted to make sure that whatever happens, that they want to know, because they want to look out for me, and I understand that. But it's hard to talk about something that's been happening in a very public place, and it's very embarrassing that you don't want to talk about it at all, which is understandable to them. They do understand that, but sometimes parents know when to back off about stuff, and trust me, I know I've seen it in action. I've seen a lot of stuff in action. But anyways, the last time I got bullied was because of a kid who in my class who was literally making fun of me and being rude to me. And finally one boy stood up for me and walked up to him and pushed him down and told him, if you're gonna be rude to Travis, then why are you even here? And so then the bully walked away, and then he made sure that no one would make fun of me, and then he told everyone to not make fun of him, to not make fun of Travis, because I don't want, no one should be making fun of Travis, because he's been bullied way too many times, and he doesn't deserve this. He's gonna be one day he will turn up being antisocial, and he'll never show up to school, and he'll never be anyone's friend, and he will never want to be part of anything with friends anymore. He won't believe in friends. He won't even have a life if he doesn't come to the school. And so ever since then, I guess I've never been bullied ever since. But then now I'm moving back to Neosho. Things are going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to be struggling with a lot of things, since I'll probably be in Neosho until I graduate. But that I'm still waiting for the day of me being bullied. I'm still waiting for that day. Until then, I got my siblings. I got my mom. I got my stepdad. I got my cousins and stuff. I got my dad and my stepmom still. My grandma, my aunts and uncles. I still got them, and I still got a few of my friends from Carthage, and some of my friends from church. But I'm glad that I have friends, and I'm glad that I've been a part of school, because without school, I wouldn't even met my counselor, and I wouldn't have met all of my friends. And now I'm very social. I'm very social about this stuff. That's why I'm making this podcast episode, which is episode 5. And I think that everyone personally should be friends, and people should stop bullying. And another thing that people should stop being rude about is racism. Racism is literally the worst thing that could literally happen on a school life. Because when you're hearing someone being racist to another kid, literally in front of everyone, it not only makes them bad, it makes everyone around them look bad. And then it spreads, and then it'll make this whole school look bad, and then no one will want to move to that town, and no one will trust anyone, and no one will trust them or the people that was around anyone who's being racist. Like, that's not okay. And bullies are literally, bullies are just people who are suffering through a lot more pain than you are, and they're just taking their troubles out on you because they have no one else to take it out on. They can't, because they're too scared to take it on their parents. If they are, and if they've been going to juvie, and they've been going from a foster home from time to time, then one day, they'll finally, and they move to a different school, they'll finally realize why everyone's been mad and sad about him because of him, because they'll be part of them too, and so he or she will finally realize that him being a bully to all those kids and being racist to those kids was a bad idea. Trust me, I've seen a racist guy in school apologize for what he's done. I've seen it in front of my face. But anyways, I'm just trying to say that people shouldn't bully others. It doesn't even matter if it's just for the fun of it, or if it's serious. No one should be bullied at all. No one should have to suffer through that and go through that pain, because that just makes other people. Not only it makes you look bad, but it also makes your family look bad, and then your entire school career will look bad on you, and and your IQ starts to grow lower, and it's bad, and it's not okay. But I understand that. I understand that. I know I said that I'm gonna keep it short, but I'm gonna stop it right here, since it's not that short anymore. But thank you all for listening, and this is my speech of about being me bully, and me going to counseling and talking about racism and all that bullying stuff. And it's not like I'm just pouring my heart out now. But anyways, thank you all for listening to episode 5 of my podcast, talking about bullies and me being in counseling and stuff. thank you all for listening. If you're listening to this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to listen to it and stream it. And I'll see you guys later.